Welcome to Rebel Squadron. The Empire is spreading terror across the galaxy, and we need your help to break its iron grip.
It is time to bring the pain, recruit.
Welcome, recruit, to Advanced Speed Modding. If you're like me, if you're not a whale and you're not spending a lot of time, money, and resources trying to get the best mods, which is literally just rolling the dice, then like me, you're going to need to maximize your resources, including the best mods that you do have available. Hopefully this guide will help you do just that. And with that said, let's rock and roll. And so, recruit, let's take another look at this real quick. We went up against Agent Phoenix for a second time, and as you can see, it was a close fight. We both had full clears. He managed to do a clean sweep through all 4 quadrants, and I stumbled on his clone trooper squad. And as you can see, that was enough to pull out the victory for him, but not by much. So if we had managed to clear that squad in one shot, we would have had the victory on this round. So let's take a closer look at his clones there to see what happened. And let's see, y'all. So if you take a look at his Shock T, she had a speed of 238. That's a pretty good speed right there. And her ability, training exercises, it heals up and calls in other clones for an assist. Then if you look at Assault Team, this will give a clone trooper 100% turn meter. So if she has a high rate of speed, not only is she going to get her buffs, her special abilities going more often, she's also going to help bring in the other clone troopers at a higher rate as well. So you're going to get if her speed is high, you're going to get a whole lot of extra attacks there and help maintain the health of your squad. And as for her leadership ability, it's also got a plus 35 speed to all clone trooper allies. So this is definitely something of a speed squad. Now, just looking at that, it kind of sounds like Jedi Knight Luke might be effective against these guys. Unfortunately, I don't have him yet, so it's going to be a while before I can make use of Jedi Knight Luke there. And if you take a look at Rex, he's got a speed of 209. That's pretty decent. Not super crazy, but it's decent, especially with all those other speed buffs coming in from Shock T. With 5s. Now his speed's only 185, so as the tank, it's not as necessary that he, his turn comes around as often. It's not as much of a necessity. As for Echo, he's got 168. And yeah, so this squad right here is a really good example. You don't have to have, like a high-end speed mods on every single character that you have. Since those types of mods are so hard to get, you want to be selective on where you place them. And he did a really good job of placing his speed mods on this clone squad. The characters that needed the speed, he gave them some good speed. And the ones that benefited from those characters having a high rate of speed, well, as you see, their speed is significantly lower. So, and yet, as if you saw that battle from that Grand Arena, you know that that Clone Squad came in hard and fast, tons of assists and bonus attacks. So, keep that in mind when you're modding your characters and your squads. It's not just about that individual character, it's about the type of squad that you're looking to place them into. So if you can place them into a squad where specific characters are going to benefit more from high speed mods, and especially if it's not only going to benefit that character, but the entire squad in general, that is something that you want to keep in mind, because that will help you to maximize your squads, especially for, Grand Arena and whatnot. Because this is the only thing that stopped us from winning that Grand Arena. Is the only thing that made it possible for him to win. He had a full clear. We came in. We had a strong sweep coming through, up into that Clone Squad in the back line. And those speed mods are what made the difference. Yeah. So yeah, it's good. This is a great example here. I'm glad this battle took place. So let's go ahead and take a look at another squad that can actually benefit from advanced modding techniques. With the Geonosians, you definitely want to put some speed on the Brood Alpha. He's got that Geonosian Brute that he can summon, and with his Conscription, he's able to both summon the Brute and restore health and protection to all of his Geonosian allies. So this is a very useful ability coming from the Brood Alpha. So if you're struggling with the mods, finding the right mods for your entire roster, the best way to go about it, at least when you're starting off, is to be picky, be discriminatory. Don't sit there and throw your best mods on every which character willy-nilly. Be selective about it. And that 501st squad was a great example. Agent Phoenix, he put his best speed mods on the right characters, and it made it extremely difficult to defeat that squad. By the time I had reached it, I didn't have enough firepower left to overcome that speed advantage. And with that 501st squad, they're feeding turn meter to each other left and right on top of it. So that was just a very, very fast squad. And with the Geos and the Alpha, if that Alpha is fast, he can keep that Brute coming back to the fight over and over again, as well as providing healing and protection for the entire squad. And another one you might want to consider focusing on is the Geonosian Spy, because with his Silent Strike, if he is stealthed, he can dispel all status effects both on himself and on his target. And when that happens, he deals 40% more damage for every single effect that is dispelled using this ability. And this ability cannot be evaded. So that is a devastating ability strike right there. And if you can get his speed up there and he's just constantly just cycling through, you can put out some pretty devastating damage from the Spy in short order. And if those are the only two characters that you have enough mods for in terms of speed, I would, as far as Geonosians go, I would definitely focus on those two. Alpha first and then the Spy. At least, that would be my advice right there. And that way you don't have to worry about modding up every single one of the characters in this squad, at least when it comes to speed. That way you're not burning yourself out, stressing yourself out, trying to find like 30 different mods for a full squad of characters. And you only need 12 mods at that point for 2 different characters. And that is much easier to manage and a lot less stressful. And if we'll take a look at one more squad here, and the one that you definitely want to focus on, if you only focus on one in this particular squad, you want to make it Kylo Ren, because with his Lash Out ability, every time he uses it, first order allies and allies with advantage, they will gain 25% turn meter. So the more often he's using this ability, the more turn meter he is feeding to his allies. And that can make for a devastating squad right there. I've seen it firsthand with a properly geared and modded Kylo Ren, the little temper tantrum boy. Just never ending lash out after lash out, along with the rest of the first order squad just coming in for hit after hit and just racking up the damage. So if you only mod one character in this squad for speed, you'll want to make it Temper Tantrum Boy. So these are some pretty good examples, I think, of advanced modding techniques. And most people are not whales. They're not spending tons of money on this game. And in order to have any chance of getting those top level mods, you got to put a lot of time and resources into hunting those mods through the store, through the events, whatnot. And especially through the store, when you're doing those refreshes over and over again that cost crystals, which, if you're not a whale, you have a very limited number of refreshes that you're going to be able to do if you're even willing to take that route. This is hopefully going to be pretty helpful advice for pretty much anybody that's not a whale and is looking to just, do the best they can with what they got. And this should help you maximize your resources, especially when it comes to the mods. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe. And if you enjoyed it, take a moment and hit that like button. It really does help out the channel, and it is appreciated. So with that said, I'll see you in the Cantina, Recruit. This is Rebel Squadron out.
Recruit, dismissed.